Now, in lying down, do the same thing. Take the right leg over the left. The left leg is long. Use your left hand to pull your right foot towards your body. Lower your knee down to the floor. You can roll on the side until the right knee touches the floor. And do that many times. With the left hand, you pull your right foot towards your body. With your knee and the back of your pelvis, your head remains on the floor. You only need to lift your lower back, your belt, from the floor. Arch your back so your knee can touch the floor. Make a big arch in your back. Keep your head on the floor. Only a big arch in your back. And then your knee will go down. Like that. Now you lie on your back. You take your right foot with your left hand. Lower your right knee to the floor and make a big effort in your back. That means you make a big arch in your back. Then the knee can go towards the floor. In the first try, it will not work. But after many times, it will work. For a few, I see it goes. You need to make a big arch in your back. You lift your waist and you put your knee on the floor. You do many times and it will be better. If you are just rolling on your side, it won't work. You need the knee lifting and then lowers to the floor. Leave the right hand alone and do it with your right knee. Let your knee lift by itself and come closer to your face. When you push your knee down with the muscles themselves, you make an effort in your back each time. Arch your back. If you do the right effort in the back, unless you have some problem with your back, it will come down for everybody. There must be a movement in your knee. It must go closer to your chest and then go down away from your chest towards the floor. Except these three that continue to roll on the side and cannot touch, everybody touches. Everybody touches except those who roll on the side and not doing the movements they were told to do. Please, those who roll on the side, their knee is frozen. There needs to be a movement of your knee relative to your body. There must be a movement of your knee relative to your body. Like that. Leave that and rest a moment. Now, do the same thing with the left leg. Hold your left foot with your right hand. Put it on your right side and gradually take the left knee away from your body many times. Direct your effort to your back, your lower back, so the pelvis will move and your left knee will go closer to the floor. Please listen. Keep your left foot on your right thigh. Lean your heel on the thigh. Do not hold it in the air. Distance your knee from your body. Not to the side, but towards your feet. Make an effort in your back so your pelvis can turn and allow your legs to lower. Your knee to come to the floor. Like that. Like that. Leave that. Lie straight. Please sit. Bend your right leg so the sole of your right foot is near your left thigh. Your right knee is on the floor, bend to the side. The sole of the right foot is touching the inside of your left thigh. Lean your left Lean on your left hand on the floor behind you. Put your right hand on the right knee and press it towards the floor. The left hand is behind you. Make the same movement with your back so that the right knee can touch the floor. Do this movement many times. Arch your back and round it. Your left leg is lying long on the floor, so your right foot cannot go under your left leg. Your right foot is next to your left thigh, so the sole of your right foot can touch the inside of your left thigh. Let your right leg lie, so the sole of your foot touches your left thigh. Your left hand is behind you. Lean on it so you can round or arch your back many times. When you round your back, you are contracting your abdomen and your knee lifts. Then you make an effort in your back and that arches your back and your knee goes down. Lean on your left hand. Do not move your left hand. The left hand stays in the same place. Make an effort in your back and get taller. Then your knee will go down to the floor. Make an effort in the left side of your back. Like that. Now change your legs and your hands. I'll do the same thing. Also here, there must be an arch to form in your lower back, and you need to get taller. Your head goes up high. Lean on your right hand. Actually press both hands, the one on your knee and the one behind you on the floor. Like that. Leave that and rest a moment. Please sit. Put your right foot as before. So you bend your right leg so that the sole of the foot touches the inside of your left thigh. Now bend your left leg so that put the outside of the sole in the infold, in this fold between the knee, the right knee, and just the outside of the sole. With the help of the hands, with the help of the hands. And now. Everybody can do that. There's no leg that can't do that. Place both hands behind you and make the same arch in your back. Listen to how your two knees come closer to the floor and then come up when you round your back, contracting your abdomen. Your two legs lift when you take your stomach in and round your back. Both legs go down when you lean on the hands and make an effort in your back. Only listen to the movement of your knees. That is the most important part. Of course, not everybody holds the leg correctly. Next time, please listen better. Please leave it and correct your sitting. Please listen. Place the sole of your right foot on the floor, near your left thigh, close to the middle, of course. Bend your right leg as much as you can comfortably. Now bend your left leg using the hands. Bring your left foot into the fold between your right lower leg and your thigh. Lift with the help of both hands. Now, lean on both hands behind you and do the same arching and rounding movement as before. Lift your knees, contract your abdomen, Then lean on your hands, arch your back, and lower your both knees to the ground. If necessary, you can lift your pelvis off the floor, the whole pelvis, until both knees touch the floor. Many times. And like that. Please leave it and lie a little bit. Like that. Return to sitting, please. Lengthen both legs and spread them. Bend your left leg so that the sole of your left foot will touch the inside of your right thigh. Like that. And with the help of your hands, take the sole of the other foot and place it, the little toe, into the fold at the left knee. Lean on your hands behind you as you lift your pelvis many times. Do that until your two knees touch the floor. Do this movement many times, slowly, slowly. Let the air go out of your lungs when you push the knees to the floor. Let the air in when you sit. Like that. Like that. Please rest a moment. Lie on your back and rest a moment. Good. Please sit again. Please lean on both hands behind you. Bend your right leg again. With the help of your hands, place your left foot in the crease of the bend of your right knee. Now, keeping the arms behind you on the floor, lower your head down to the floor. Your hands remain behind you. Only lower your head forward. Push your floor with your hands so that you will be able to lower your head towards the floor many times, slowly, slowly, like that. Now, lengthen your right hand and arm forward. Leave your left hand behind you. Just with your right hand, slide it on the floor. Only your right hand goes forward, slowly, slowly. Do this many times. There's no need to pick your right hand from the floor. It is all the time on the floor. It just goes forward when you bend your head, and then you return. And again, you're going to lengthen your right hand forward as you bend your head forward. Slowly with every breath, light movement. Leave this alone and rest a moment. Return to sitting, resume the same position, do exactly the same thing, except this time extend your left hand towards the forward on the floor. Do this movement many times. It is a little harder. Slowly. Lower your head and let the air come out of your lungs. Push the floor behind you with your right hand. That way you can gradually lengthen your left arm on the floor. Forward. Let the air come out when you lower your head. Do quiet movements, slowly. It can be a little easier to touch your forehead on the floor. Many silent movements. Your right hand is behind you and your left hand is in front of you. Both are on the floor. Your forehead will touch the floor if you lift your pelvis a little bit. Rest a moment. Please try again. Exactly the same position. This time, bring both hands in front of you. Extend your legs and spread them. Bend your right leg so the sole is near the left thigh. Lift your left foot with both your hands and place it in the fold created by your bent right knee. Your hands on the floor and you're leaning on them and you're doing a few movements forward. And now bring both hands on the floor. And you're going to slowly slide your arms forward and back. Move both of them forward at the same rate many times. Do this until you can place your forehead on the floor. Together both, many times. Until your forehead can be on the floor. Slowly, your forehead. It is much easier than you think. Instead of laughing and talk about it, those of you who could not do this 10 minutes ago already do it. Except those who wait for God to do it for them. God doesn't do anything. He finished everything in 7 days, and now everything is done. Finished. Like that, many times. If it is hard to touch your forehead, you lift your pelvis off the floor, and gradually you will stop having to lift the pelvis off the floor. Like that. Let that go. Rest on your back a moment. Please return to sitting again. Now bend your left leg and put your right little toe inside the fold of your left knee. Place your both hands use both hands to put your right little toe in the fold of your left knee. In the fold of your left knee. And now, place your right hand forward on the floor and slide it forward many times. Lean on your left hand behind you. Slowly, slowly. Now change the arrangement of your hands. Bring your left hand towards forward and slide it on the floor. Lean on your right hand behind you. Rest a moment. Return to sitting. Bend your left leg so its sole touches the middle of your right thigh. Use your hands to bring your right little toe into the fold at the crease behind your left knee. You put it in the fold between the thigh and the lower leg, like that. Now, lean both hands behind you and do this movement forward with your head. Then bring both hands forward to both of them. Slide both hands forward many times, very slowly. Lift your pelvis a little from the floor each time so you can touch your forehead to the floor. Anyone for him it's difficult, you can help by pushing your hand on the floor behind you. This helps lift the pelvis, and then anyone can lean your forehead on the floor. Like that. Rest a moment. And now everyone for themselves. You can do that with your right leg in the fold. And then you can do that with the left leg in the fold. And you're trying to lift your pelvis from the floor and touch your forehead with the two hands, both forward, lengthening. Do two or three tries on each side. Attempt to lift your pelvis even if you need to push the floor behind you with both hands. Once you lift your pelvis, it becomes easier to put your forehead on the floor. After a few times, there isn't any need to lift your pelvis anymore. Like that. Change over your legs and do this again. Leave that and lie restfully on the floor. And now do what you did in the beginning of the lesson. Spread your legs while remaining on your back. Bend your right leg and place it on your left thigh. Catch hold of your right foot as you are lying. Take it with your left hand. And now distance your right knee away from your body towards the floor. See if the movement is easier. Now everybody should be successful like that. Try to take your right foot closer and closer to your crotch every time you move your right knee. After every movement, you are going to take your right foot closer to the top of your left leg, closer to the base of your left leg. After each movement, you pick up your right foot and bring it closer to the top of your left thigh. At the same time, you need to bring your right knee away from your face. You need to take your right knee away from your face. That's the only thing that is needed. And now, change your legs and do the same movement with the other leg. You need to lift your belt away from the floor, the lower back. Your left knee will touch once your lower back lifts off the floor. As your legs become more flexible in the hip joints, you will not need to lift the back as much. Like that. Leave that and rest sitting. Now sit Indian fashion. Bring your legs one on top of the other in any way. Bring your heels close to your body. Both knees are out. In any way that you feel comfortable. And in this situation, you take your hands behind you. You lift your pelvis off and you lift your pelvis off the floor and put your forehead on the floor. Lift your pelvis with the help of your hands. Like that. And now, change the arrangement of the legs. Organize them to be comfortable. By using your hands, you can help arrange them. Lean on your hands behind you. Bring your body forward. Lift your pelvis until your forehead touches the floor. Like that. Leave it. Leave it. Slowly come up on your feet. Very slowly, slowly, slowly. Get up slowly, slowly. And walk very, very slowly for the first few seconds. Don't make any abrupt movements.